Hi, I am the Box Office Wizard bringing you weekend box office predictions and movie review. For today's show, going to give you predictions on the new movies as well as some holdovers and lots of movie news. Star Wars Rogue One, Jumanji, American Werewolf in London, Troll Hunter, J.R.R. Tolkien, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Mission Impossible 6, and last but not least, Pacific Rim 2. First new movie coming out this weekend is Almost Christmas. What this movie's about is it's a family who has recently lost the mom of the family, and they're getting together for their first Christmas. It's actually a comedy. If you've seen the trailer for it, this movie looks hilarious. I actually think this movie will do very well this weekend. Has a lot of good names in it. Omar Epps, Gabrielle Union, Danny Glover, Kimberly Elise, just to name a few. This movie's actually playing it. It's I think it was around 2,400 theaters if I remember right. And however though, it's a perfect time to kick off the Christmas season with a good Christmas movie. You just had Boo, Madea Halloween come out, and it did very well. I think this movie will do very well. The same. It's not going to do those kind of numbers, but it will. I think I'll have a great weekend. So, my prediction for this movie will be 18.8 million. Next is the movie Shut In. This stars Naomi Watts, and she stars as a psychologist who has. She's taking care of a child who basically is just needs help, and she was afraid to have him change. He was supposed to be moving, so she keeps him there. At the same time, though, she's taking care of her own son, who was involved in a bad accident where she lost her husband, and he is pretty much, I think he's paralyzed if I remember right. So, so a lot going on in her life. At the same time, though, this boy that she's doing the psychiatric treatment for runs off one night during a winter storm. So after that, things start happening, and it's basically coming to the point: is she hallucinating? Is she just seeing things? Or is it all just made up? So it's hard to say. But that's what the movie's about. And overall, though, this movie does look pretty good. Unfortunately, though, the movie market's just a little bit crowded this weekend, so I don't think the numbers will be very big for this movie. I'm going to put it in at 6.2 million for this coming weekend. Next is the movie Arrival. And this stars Amy Adams. She plays a linguist whose job is to communicate with aliens that have actually come to Earth. And there's ships that are arriving all over the world. And so it's her job to try to communicate and find out if that can be established or not. So this movie has just been at a lot of festivals. It is getting rave reviews. Someone I know that saw it last night already at a preview on a Thursday night screening said it was really good. He gave it a 3 out of 4. So based on all this movie is expected. Studio's only given it a low to mid-teens, like 12 to 15 million. However, though, this movie will just wake up the movie numbers this weekend, and I really actually see this movie performing to 26.8 million this coming weekend. Holdovers, Doctor Strange will have a big drop this weekend. It's still going to be number 1, though. I'm going to put it at 37.7 million. Trolls could finish 2, could finish 3. It's going to be one or the other. I'm going to put it at 27.1 million, just kind of based on what Arrival does. Next is Hacksaw Ridge. We'll have another good weekend at 9.2 million. Boo and Madea Halloween will drop big again, but it'll still make about 4 million this weekend. Next is The Accountant. I'm going to put it in at 3.75 million. Next is Inferno. I'm going to put it in at 3.3 million. And round out the top 10 will be Jack Reacher at 3 million for this coming weekend. Movie news, like I said, lots of news. First is Star Wars Rogue One. ABC is actually going to have another special. If you remember last year, if you happened to catch it, they had an exclusive, like a 30-minute show or an hour, I can't remember which, where they did Star Wars The Force Awakens. Well, now they're going to do one for Rogue One. It's going to premiere Thanksgiving night at like 8 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, I think. So I did watch the one last year, and there really wasn't anything new in it. But you know, who's to say they may do a little bit more with this one? I don't venture to guess them revealing anything more, or maybe just a touch. You know, maybe a 30-second clip or something. But that's probably going to be it, though. Still, it's Star Wars. I'll probably watch it, though. But just wanted to mention that will be coming out. Next is the movie Jumanji. In case you didn't know, they are necessarily not doing a remake, but they're just doing it in Same kind of format, but different person and so forth. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's going to be playing the main role. And this movie actually has a new release date. It was originally at July 2017. It's now being moved to December 22nd, 2017. Big reason why they think is they really think that it will be they're looking at a franchise. They think it's going to do very well. So they pushed it back. At the same time, though, they also had The Dark Tower, which now will be filling in that slot of July 28th, 2017. So now The Dark Tower, which I reported last week, had been pushed back. So that date has been firm now as July 28th, 2017. Next is American Werewolf in London. This movie is actually going to get a remake or reboot, however you want to look at it. And it's going to be actually having The Walking Dead's David Albert and Robert Kirkman are going to be producing. And John Landis' son, Max Lucas, is going to be writing and directing it. So, and John Landis is actually going to play a role in it as well. Been 35 years now since the original came out. So it's going to be interesting to see what direction that'll be going. So. Next is J.R.R. Tolkien. There's actually a movie coming out on him, and it's a biopic about him. And it's his focus on Middle Earth and a little bit of what he did and why he did when he wrote The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It's going to talk about hey, these things happened in his life, and this is how he came up with the story. So it kind of sounds interesting. Not sure how much it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be. They're going to jump back and forth on Middle Earth things and then come back to people talking. I really don't know. That's the only details I have. But it kind of sounds kind of interesting to see how he did come up with those. So, but I guess the writer who he spent 6 years just going through archival notes and everything of J.R.R. Tolkien's to come up with this story. So, next is Spider-Man: Homecoming. I might not have mentioned that as being movie news. However, though, it has been confirmed that Michael Keaton will be playing the Vulture in this. So I think it's a great choice. Looking forward to seeing the Vulture in the next Spider-Man movie as well. It's probably a character that should have been done sooner, but that's okay. It's great to see that it will be out. So next is Troll Hunter. In case you don't know what this is, it's just that Christopher Columbus's production company had bought rights to the movie about 5 years ago, and they were going to do a remake of it. Well, actually, it's found out that this project is now dead, that they are no longer going to do it. So if you're a Troll Hunter fan, bad news for you. So next is Fantastic Beasts. It has been confirmed that Dumbledore will return in these in the 5-movie franchise. However, though, he's not going to appear until the second movie. They said they've actually already written a few scenes where he will be in the second movie, so something to look forward to. Not sure if he's going to be the old Dumbledore, or if he's going to be the newer. Just have to wait and find out. So, next is Mission Impossible 6. They have now given a release date of July 28th, 2018. They actually have all the salary things worked out as well, so that's good to hear. And like I said, it will be coming out in the summer of 2018. And last but not least, Pacific Rim 2. It has begun filming, actually, and it does have a title now, Pacific Rim Maelstrom. And it is due to come out February 23rd, 2018. A lot of big movies coming out, obviously, over the next couple of years. There's going to be tons more. Hey, get your predictions in now. Put those in the comments below, and I'll take a look at those and hopefully get to include some of them on Monday's show. Until then, I'll be back on Monday giving you predictions you can count on. They're better than the weatherman. Take care.